Alright, hey everyone, it's JD Asajan and welcome to another episode of FortuneBuilders.tv. We're getting rolling strong this year, the year of 2013. And what I thought we'd do this year, and Dave did a pretty awesome job yesterday of pulling down from the website a lot of the people that had suggested shows. And I saw some recurring themes, so I thought I'd go to them. And before we go any further, you may be asking yourself, well JD, why are you wearing a headband? Is it hot in the studio? Actually, no, I just got done exercising today. About 21 of us in the office have been doing P360, and we actually just got done today with a company-wide meeting on health and fitness. It was awesome, got me re-energized about my fitness goals for 2013, and I just got done working out with Than. And with Sean in our office and a couple other guys, and it was good. And plus, I just think headbands are cool. So I digress. And as we talk about some of the themes that came up in the suggested show section, there's a lot that had to do with sales. And specifically, I'm going to do a series of shows on sales. Hey, in business and in life, we're always selling, and real estate's no different. ABS, always be selling. ABC, always be closing. Whatever you want to say, we're always selling ourselves, we're selling our business, we're selling our products and our services. And certainly to monetize a lead, whether it's a wholesale or a renovation that you've done, you have to sell the house. So I had, specifically I'm going to focus on a couple of topics as we go throughout the next weeks. And what I'm going to focus on right here, this is funny, is Sean Mahovich. He commented on the suggested show section, and I'm just going to read exactly what he said. Recently, I had a home inspector nitpick the crap out of my home. Quote. Now, what I'll say, Sean, is welcome to the club, my friend. You're not the first person, and you won't be the last person. I've experienced it many times. A home inspector coming through your house after you've renovated it and pick the house apart. And in fact, that's their job, and that's fine. Their job is to help go through the home and educate their customers, which is the buyer of the house, about the property and teach them about the home. Now, I'll agree with you that sometimes they can go overboard in the things that they point out about the house. Sometimes there are things that were never even that we never even touched in the house, because as renovators, we don't build the home. We renovate what's there, make it better, improve it. So a couple of things. There's nothing wrong with home inspectors by any way, shape, or form. But there are some things that we should do as business owners when we're selling our houses to help that process go smoother and to get everyone acclimated to the house. First and foremost, it's attend the home inspection. What I'm talking about, just quickly, in case some of you do not know, is when a house gets sold, most of the time a buyer pays for an independent home inspector to come through the house and test all the things of the home and give them a report of their house. And what happens, interestingly enough, is when someone renovates a home and they do a great job, as we all should as renovators, and they make the house beautiful, sometimes a home inspector will have to dig deeper to come up with things to put in the report. There's nothing wrong with that, but they can actually dig even deeper to look at the bones of the home, as they're going to do anyways, but they can actually create more things because, well, one, that's their job. And that's fine. We just have to know how to handle those situations and how to make it more comfortable. So first and foremost, it's going to the home inspection. Now, you can go there and you could stand around and make it uncomfortable for everyone, because it's not typical for the owner, or I should say the seller of the home, the owner, we as the business owner, to go to the home inspection. It's not a common thing unless you've learned it from Fortune Builders. So you can do a couple of things. You could go there, you could make it uncomfortable by standing around, and or you could go there and you could be proactive. And this is what I teach our team in the office to do, whether it's Max or whether it's Craig or whether it's any other project manager, when they go to the home inspection, is to do some things. Make it comfortable for everyone, because that's why you go. So you go there, you go to the home inspection, you meet the home inspector, you meet the buyers, you meet the realtor if they're there, you introduce yourself. Hey, this is JD Asajan with CT Homes. I'm here for a couple of reasons. First and foremost, we care about the products and the homes that we renovate. And more importantly, we care about the customers that buy them. And I'm here because I want to be part of the process and I want to take note of anything that comes up. So if it's something that I know that we're going to address, I can take care of it right away and I can expedite the process of getting some of these things taken care of. And at the end of the day, like I said, I care about the products and the homes that we renovate and you as the buyers, and I want to be part of this process to help facilitate a quicker transaction and a faster closing. So that's a variation of what I would say. So first and foremost, go to your home inspection and make a statement like that. If you believe it. If you don't, then you should probably get in another business. But make a statement like that you care about your products and you care about the customers that you deal with. That will go a long way. It's not going to eliminate a home inspector putting things in the report because that's their job. But what it will do is it will put a face to the company. Sometimes if a property is owned by a company or an investor, a buyer, first-time home buyer or new buyer can get a negative connotation and lump all investors into one category and basically make an assumption that they don't care about their houses. They're all about turning a buck, just slapping some lipstick and some paint on a house. And that's not the case. It's not the case for us. It shouldn't be the case for you, and it's definitely not the case for any of our students that learn from us at Fortune Builders. So go the extra mile. Go to your home inspection and be proactive. So that will go a long way. Sean, I can't say that that's going to that in your situation that would have prevented the home inspector from nitpicking the crap out of your home, because again, that's their job. But what I will tell you is that it will make the process and that experience for you, and more importantly for your buyers and the home inspector, a more comfortable one. And what you'll find and what we found is over time, and I've seen it so many, hundreds of times I've been to the home inspection, hundreds of times. And the home inspector is actually impressed that we're there because they don't experience that often. The buyers appreciate us being there. So that will go a long way. And that's an integral part of the sales process, because depending on how smooth that goes, it can turn a buyer off to your property. If no one was there and a home inspector had come up with this laundry list of things, it could scare a buyer away from buying your property. Whereas if you were there and been proactive, it could make them feel more comfortable, and more importantly, you can be proactive about some of the things that, who knows, you may have missed a couple of things about the property, as happens when we don't build the homes. So I'll kind of leave it at that for that section of the process. Hey, if you have questions about that, write them in under the show. That's why we have a comment section under the show. So that you can provide feedback, you can give your own experiences, you could ask questions, so that I can, if you had an experience that you with a home inspector at a sale of one of your homes and you'd like some insight, write it in there. That's what the comment section below the video is for. And so that's a pretty important part of the sales process. And we're going to talk more throughout the coming weeks about different stages of the sales process. But I'll tell you this, what you want to feel like is when the house is done and you get your offer, you want to feel like everything's moving downhill. Like everything's just moving downhill and you've got the wind at your back. You want to be proactive. You want to send documents off before people need them. You want to attend your home inspection. You want to be proactive about that. You want to get disclosures back on time, ahead of time. So everything should be heading downhill with the wind at your back. All right, so in our next section is our deal or no deal.
Deal or no deal?
So in a deal or no deal, let me just ask you a question. And you tell me. On one hand, you could be the traditional investor who maybe lists the house, whether it's themselves or with another realtor. The buyer schedules the home inspection. They have the home inspection. No one from the sales side shows up. No one from the ownership side of the process shows up. Or you could be proactive and you could be the person on the other end of the spectrum that we're teaching and talking about here, that goes to that home inspection and is proactive and cares about their house and cares about the customers that buy them. So option A is to kick your feet up on your couch, watch TV and miss the home inspection, or schedule it to be there because you care and because you want to make the transaction more comfortable for everyone involved. And think about your buyers too. That experience, if it goes well and you are proactive, they're going to appreciate that. And if you understand and you've ever studied statistics on people's experiences within customer service, people that have a positive experience about a business or about a transaction or about a situation typically tell between like 3 to sometimes 5 people. Whereas on the other hand, when people have a negative experience, they tell a lot more. Sometimes between like 7 to 10 people. So you decide what game you want to play. All right, our last section is our quote of the week.
Quote of the week.
So our quote of the week, I got a lot I could pull from here, but I pulled some quotes by Zig Ziglar, who, as most of you know, and some of you may not know, passed away at the end of last year. I mean, what can you say about him? Extremely motivational individual, helped, I mean, probably millions of people between his live events, his courses, his seminars, people that have learned from him online. I mean, awesome guy. And has a lot of inspirational things, but this is actually one, as I was pulling quotes, Joey in the office, who's one of our interns and one of the acquisition team, said it was one of his favorites, and so I like it and I'm going to use it. Or share it, I should say. People often say that motivation doesn't last. Well, neither does bathing. That's why we recommend it daily. Mr. Zig Ziglar. Here's the thing. You could have an experience, one day can go like you're 1,000 miles an hour, everything's falling in place, the puzzle's all coming together, the next day you get up and everything's difficult. Everything is like a challenge. So you decide how you're going to live each day, right? You're going to get up and you're going to dust yourself off and motivate yourself every day because that's what it takes to be successful, or are you going to be the kind of person that lets whatever things that come in their way be roadblocks for them consistently? There's always challenges in life and in business. Real estate certainly challenges every day. But a challenge is just a new opportunity to create a solution. So I'll leave you with that. And I'll also leave you with the fact that I want you to comment and ask questions and be enrolled this year, 2013 on FBtv, because it's for you. I enjoy doing the shows and Dave and I have a good time doing them, but at the end of the day, it's for you, the viewer. All right, so comment below this video. Go to the suggest a show section of this page so that you can be involved in the show selection process for 2013. I'll see you on the next show.